welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the new Sims 4 Grange Mudroom kit, which dropped about, I think, a few hours ago. And this kit is made with the creator Peacemaker. Now, I have a lot of Peacemaker CC, so I'm really excited to see what they made for the game, like officially for the game. And I haven't been building with CC a lot, so I'm excited to see these objects, and creators always seem to put in like so much effort with these kits. Now I didn't get the pop-up that we usually get when we like purchase new packs or kits and then it shows up. So I just went to the store and then pulled up the information for this kit, and it says here that it is to decorate and organize your entryway into the perfect mudroom with a range of built-in items, which includes flooring, walls, and decor. And then whether your Sims home is on a ranch or in an inner city dwelling, if they enjoy gardening or outdoor activities, a mudroom is a perfect addition for an active outdoor lifestyle. Now, traditionally, mudrooms are at the entranceway, and you'll usually take your coat off there. You'll usually take your shoes off in some houses, and maybe like store other items that you quickly grab when you go out. I know you can also put a mudroom kind of from the back door leading out into backyard areas and so on. So yeah, let's take a look at the kit's items. I don't want to spoil anything, so let's not scroll down, but I'm gonna load into the game and then load into a lot and build a room, and then we can look at each of the items and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So I've loaded into this random lot in Willow Creek, and I just drew this situation that I have going on right now. But let's look at the wallpaper. So we did get wallpaper, 2 wallpapers actually. So we have this one. I did kind of have a look at the swatch already, so that's probably my favorite swatch. And this wallpaper is definitely something that you can use in a bathroom, a bedroom, a living room. Doesn't necessarily have to be in a mudroom, like it's not only giving mudroom. And then these ones, and they kind of match up nicely. So if you wanted to make one section of the wall this only, then it would not look so out of place, because usually with other wallpapers in the game, they'll give us something like this and then they'll give us something like this, but these things won't match the borders. I can't get to the wording now, but they won't match, and that can be quite frustrating. And then you have some nice blue swatches as well. I think I like this one. And then you have a nice normal white swatch. I'll put out some more of this white one so you can see that it matches up there nicely. So yeah, I think the dark blue swatch is definitely my favorite, and then the white, I think I'll get the most use out of the white swatch. Okay, then we have some flooring as well. So it's this beautiful tile flooring, like a marble tiled flooring. You can see there. Let's take a look at some of the other swatches. I think this will go really well like in a kitchen as well, and even like in a backyard. I think you could kind of get away with that in a bathroom as well. And then you got a cream, and then you got this nice black and gray. That one is pretty as well. And let's put out the white swatch, because, or did I put out the white swatch already? I just want to see the difference between this one and this one. Okay, so this one is more gray, that one is more white. Well, anyways, let's look at the items now. There are also some rooms I see, but I'm just gonna look at the items. So I'm just gonna go show all. And first we have this nice pretty bench that is really nice. Actually, I can see using that at a breakfast nook. Like if I do one with a basement under and then raise it up and put a table down, this will be a very pretty bench for a breakfast nook, but obviously a really pretty bench for a mudroom as well. I'm just like thinking of other things that I can use it for as well. And then you have the reddy swatch. I really want to see the blue one. Okay, that is nice. I'm thinking if I'm gonna build a room for this video, the blue against this white, that's probably what I'm going with. That's probably where I will be staying in terms of the color swatches. And then you have the black version, and then this green version. This is also a very pretty green. And then let's do the pink as well, just because I like that. Sometimes I have a hate-love relationship with when they actually give us pillows on something like this, because who's to say I wanted that yellow pillow, you know? Then we have this Grange hallway table, and just look at the details. Like, look at how nice that looks, like a piece of CC, and kind of looks like Peacemaker. This screams Peacemaker. If you haven't seen any of the other CC, I can tell you that this fits right into the kind of CC that they usually make. So I'm just going to lay out the same colors, and then we add the green swatch as well. Now, I just want to see the difference once again. I see there are two white swatches. So you have that one and so this one is more of an off-white, and then this one is more of like a proper pure white swatch. I'm just going to lay that back there, and then I'm going to put the white swatch for the bench as well. Okay, so that is those objects. And then we have these cabinets, and already I can see it being used in a bathroom, in a kitchen. So, and we have that color. I'll put out the orange one as well. We might as well just put out all of the swatches at this point. I don't know if I missed one of them. We have this open shelving as well, and I'm just going to place them under the, so you can kind of see how they look together as well, if they slot together, and it looks like they kind of do slot together. And then the green, the yellow. Okay, I've laid out all of the swatches that I put out of the original cabinet, and here you go. So obviously these actually go, they can be on their own, but I also think they do slot because they go pretty nicely under these cabinets. So they do slot to the top cabinets that I placed down, but you can also have them separate. And then I wonder if you can stack them. Yes, you can. They slot as well to each other like that, so that's nice. I'm only wondering about how many slots there is on the shelves, because if you watch any of my other build videos, you know that I'm always complaining about how much slots there are on shelves and so on. But with the creator kits, I've noticed that they actually do have a lot of slots on the shelves. And then I pulled out these plants already because I did re-record that part. But here we have this one, which is cute and very versatile. I'll definitely be using that a lot. And then we have this bigger one here, and I do like the detailing on the flowers. They don't look like some of the other flowers in this game. They actually look like proper flowers, and that swatch is very pretty. Okay, so I'm not going to put out every swatch for the flowers, but I'll put out a few. Let's do the red, and then this blue one as well. That blue one is very nice. I really do like the blue one. And then I'll put out some of this as well. And then I just want to see how many slots we have on the shelf. So we do have quite a bit, and it does seem to be slotting easily to it. And then for the next item, we have this. Well, no, we have the mirror. Let's go in order, otherwise I'll be confusing myself. Okay, so here are the mirrors. They are gorgeous. Definitely a really good entrance, bathroom, and hallway mirror. So I'll be using those ones a lot. But for the next item, we have this mail stack. And this, I guess, was the pile of mail that they were speaking about in the information section of this kit. And then we have a few swatches of the mail, and definitely giving entrance, you know, there's a package and so on. So that would be nice in an entrance way, and even in an office as well, you can use that. And then you have glasses and car keys. I think, yes, that's a car key, with no cars, but lovely. Then you have this swatch, the blue swatch, and let's do one more swatch, the white swatch. Then you'll still have swatches to go look at. Okay, so that is cute. Let's move on to the next item. And the next item is these, what are they calling it? Leaving my shoes here. So shoes, but they are big. They are very big. So let's see if we can size them down. And they don't look too bad. Size down, and then maybe if I size them down one more time, then you can use that as a kids room shoe. I don't know, but they are kind of huge. So for the swatches, we have this one, which kind of looks a little like dirty, like worn in. We have the red, classic red, kind of looks like Converse, and then a black swatch, and then you do also have a pink swatch and a plain white swatch, and there's these sage green ones as well, which you can't really see the green, but they are, I think, supposed to be green. And then the next one are these splishy splash gumboots, which I think would fit nice with a mudroom where you where the door kind of leads out into an outside area that the Sims working, whether it be gardening or maybe like a greenhouse, or if they live on a ranch, then this would be nice to place in the mudroom. And you can kind of play pretend that they put these on there before they go out. And then you have the classic yellow gumboot color, and then you have these sage greens ones. I think I put them out thrice, but let's change that into that, and then the white. Okay, so there we go for that object. And then the next one is this basket, which, what is in there? I don't know what's in there. Hide away the clutter basket. So I guess nothing really is supposed to be in there. But I think these actually go under, you can kind of put them under here. And I don't have my move objects cheat on right now, so that's why I can't place that under there. That's where you could place them. If you size them down a little bit, then you can place them under the bench. The white swatch is probably my favorite swatch for this one. And then you have a nice black swatch as well. And I'll put out one more swatch for this. This one. It's like a red and blue swatch, and then the brown wicker basket. And then for the next object, you have this frame. Now I am hoping that we get more frames like this in future, because I really like to use them for shelves. And then you have this one, and you have this one. So let me see quickly. Oh, so it's just the two different prints but different color frames for each of the shelves. And then for the next object, you have this handbag, which would go nice in a closet as well. It is big for a handbag, so maybe it's like not a, maybe it's like one of those ones, the crossbody bags that go across your body. I think that's what it is. But the bigger ones, you know, like some people wear them to school or work. That's what I think it looks more like than a handbag. But I mean, you can always size it down. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, you can size it down as well and have it look a little bit more like a handbag. But you have quite a bit of swatches. It's more neutral swatches though. I think more leather swatches, because I think that's maybe what it's supposed to be or look like. But very cute, very cute. And then for the next object, you have a nice rug. Now I love rugs, so I'm so happy when I can get a new rug in the game. And then you have this, why didn't that change swatch? The swatch, okay, there we go. The red and blue swatch, and then the orange swatch. The orange is nice and vibrant, but that's what I'm gonna put out for the swatches. For the rugs, I want to see, do we have a pink swatch for this? Hopefully we do, because that would be, yes we do. We do have a pink swatch, and it's kind of pink, blue and orange. That one is very pretty as well. Okay, then the next object is this little wall decoration over here. Where do I put this? Let's put this here. And it's just like a hat and a scarf. This is reminding me of something. I feel like we have something that's very similar in game already. Okay, cute. Once again, you can also use that in a closet or just like a normal entryway as well. You can use that in there. And even if I wanted to, I could probably hang this behind a door in a room. which I think would be cool. I don't think that would interfere with your Sims being able to use the door. So I would definitely try that out as well. And then you have something similar with just the coat on it. Now I want to see something. I don't have my move objects sheet on, and I really don't feel like having to go through the effort to type it all in. But I wanted to see, like, if I hang this on here and size it down just by a little. I don't have my tool mod in either, so I can't do that. I can make it look as if these are all on the same rack and just extend it out a little bit, which I may do in a bold in the future. But there we go, that's what we have for that. And I'll just change this to one swatch, because one different swatch, because everything else is the same. And then for the next object we have this one, which is a, what is this? Is a shelf. Oh, that's very pretty. That is probably my favorite object. That is nice. I like that a lot. A lot. Let's see the swatches. Oh, that is so cute. So it seems like only the front picture changes, but let me put out more swatches and then we'll see if there are any other changes. Okay, so I put out a few extra swatches on this side here, and you can see that the front and also the back changes in some of them. The black one is probably the nicest one to me, and also this gold one. I really like the one with the lighter blue color though. So there we go. There's the shelf wall, new wall art. I'm excited about that object. And then we have these cabinets. So this is called a Grange sideboard, and I'm guessing it's just like a cabinet that goes under the mirror, probably is where I would put it, like that. This is giving very much a mudroom in a very nice home. Because of the objects, I would think that it's a very nice and a nice big home that you would put these kind of, or this kind of mudroom in. And also this can be used as a dresser in a, you know, in a room. You can use it as a cabinet under a TV, or in a reading area as well. So there we have that. And then I'll just put out some others here. We have this pink one. So the pink one, I feel like that wood is too similar to this pink color. It would have been nice if that was maybe like white, or maybe just like a darker wood, a little bit of a darker wood for that, you know, what do you call it, cabinet over there. And then you have this one. Now this is giving closet. You can put this in a closet and you can make some nice open closets. I like that, and they slot to one another as well. Okay, so I just put out some more of the swatches. Here you go. One of the things that I did notice is that the red swatch has these black handles, which I don't know if I like. And then the black seems to have like a rose gold handle, which I would have preferred a silver handle. But you know, these are all just like really nitpicky things. It's just, you know, I guess how I think and stuff. And I just would have preferred for that to be silver or gold. But anyways, we are now on to the last object, and I keep on doing that. When you use the drop tool, it kind of takes you back to all of the packs and takes away your filter. So let me just go back here, but I think this is the last object, and it's just this cabinet, or what are we calling it, Grange storage closet. So can use it for the mudroom and then also for the closet if you wanted to. I think you could get away with using it in the kitchen, I don't know. But the only problem with that is then a lot of the other objects like appliances and so on may not fit with the kitchen that you're making. If I'm not mistaken, these should slot, and they do slot, and I think these slot as well. Let me just move this one out of the way and then put that. Yeah, so you see it slots nicely. If it didn't slot, it would either be like halfway in it or whatever, but it just fits nicely, snugly together. Okay, so let me change this all to a white swatch then, because I want to see how they all look together. Oh, that's the wrong white swatch. And then you can kind of carry this on like this. So if you wanted to, you could even do these and then do like a TV and then like books in these shelves. That would look really pretty as well. So then, you know, there are other ways to use the kit other than just for a mudroom. When I saw it was a mudroom kit, I was like, that's very specific, and also who would have thought of a mudroom? But I can see using these objects in so many other ways. But yes, okay, so there was one item that I actually missed. Luckily I caught it before we moved on, but there's this scones lighting, which is kind of big, but I think you can kind of size it down, which I did over here, and it will look pretty. And then what I like to do is to see how it shines, and it's kind of more of a spotlight. I think this is supposed to go on the outside of the door. I don't know if it's supposed to go on the inside. I don't know, but okay, it's a nice light, I guess. But yes, those are all the objects, not all of the objects, but the swatches that I placed out. I did not place out all of the swatches. I'm going to give you one more view of all of the objects. Here you go. I do like the kit, and I think I will get my money's worth from this kit. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of other things that you can kind of do with the objects, and so I will definitely be using it in other ways. Here we have the objects that is on this back wall. Okay, so I just finished furnishing this room with the new kit, and I think I did a good job. You can let me know in the comments, but let's go around and take a look at the room a little bit. I thought I would gravitate towards those, you know, darker blue colors like I was saying when I was looking at the objects, but I actually really like the white with the yellow. And so there you can see I use the objects over there, and then I sized down the baskets and put it under the bench. And then I just use some of the base game as well to fill out the shelves. I use the wicker basket and then the clock from the base game. And then over on this side, I am obsessed with this mirror and this all art. I will be using it all the time, like really. And then I just size down the sconces to put on either side of the mirror. And then here I use the frame and then this telephone from the base game, the telephone in a pretty blue color, and then I use the light from the base game as well. We didn't get like overhead lighting with this kit, we only got the sconces, so that's fine. And yes, and then up here I just placed down the base game books and then this framed butterfly picture, and then these packages from Debug, and then those books which really do make an appearance in every single one of my builds. So it wouldn't be my build if those books or those stack of books were not in it. But yes, that is the room. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little look at the kit. It's not meant to be a review at all. I'm not going to encourage anybody to spend their money on this game. I'm just going to show you how to use the objects in a desirable way, or explain how it could possibly be used in a desirable way in this game. And if you would like to get the kit, that is all up to you. I just get the kit because I want to make content with the kits, and obviously I will be using every single object as much as I can, every opportunity that I do get. And also this gives me an opportunity to kind of build the rooms, because I never really build rooms or use that function. So when I review the kits, I can then upload some specific rooms, just in case you don't want to build or download an entire build, but you're just looking for something like some room, a specific room is what I'm trying to say. It is actually very late when I'm filming this, so I feel like I am losing it a little bit, but this is all for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the kit below. I'll upload this room under the gallery under SimWithMishka, and then please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I will be putting out a new speed build video tomorrow. It is a restaurant called Eternal Bite, situated in the world that comes with vampires, so it will be kind of dark Victorian, gothic, vampire-esque, whatever you want to call it. So please do keep a lookout for that video. I'll put some previews over here. But thank you so much for being here, and I will chat to you in the next one. Bye bye.